Let's go. I don't play Sages. I ain't even start shuffling yet. Bottom of the deck, you got Ten of Wands. You got Lovers in the middle. You got Six of Cups reversed. We got the Justice. For some of y'all, though, this could be overkill, though. I will say that, though. It could be overkill on a relationship or the dynamic of something. Justice could be understanding, though. The black and white, the shadow, the understanding of right and wrong, the moral conscious, ideally, though. Could be shadow work, ideally, though, because I only use this deck or whatever the case may be. But while we going into Mercury season, though, Mercury and Scorpio. Don't ask me how I know. I need to stop checking my email, though. I need to stop. No, I ain't gonna stop checking it, though. But I ain't gonna keep churning. No, I'm just playing, though. But now, while we going into this, it could be shadow work that's highlighted. I think so. I think so, though. It could be, though. I'm just get 13 from this because I'm not just necessarily going to pull from this and then we're going to add a little color pizzazz into it or whatever the case may be. We're just going to do the 13 foundation, though. But I told y'all that could be it, though. Because I told you Libra season is going to be fickle and challenging for a lot of people, though. It's the balancing act, it's the understanding, it's the knowing, it's the awareness, though. It's the right and wrong, it's utilizing what is there. Because I tell you, a lot of people could be family issues or financial type of issues, work life, home, those issues. It's like uncovering a style of justice. So it's kind of like no wrong, like no stone will be unturned, go unturned, or it's kind of like nothing will go like unhighlighted or like an issue will not be surpassed. It's something that you've been putting out from a universal aspect of wanting help or understanding or needing or whatever the case may be. Don't look at my hair though. I'm gonna curl on that. But I don't know. I'm a girl on it though. Right. I'm a girl on now. Let me focus. Oh shit. What it is? I'm not gonna take this. I said that this got something to do with that. You got the moon, the Six of Cups, the Judgment, and the Star. That's why I said it's a lot of shadow work, ascending the shadow, understanding the shadow, past life, old experiences. I said that though. Who did I just say? I said this in Capricorn though. If you want to check that out, I was telling Capricorns about this is the best time to like be doing past life work while Mercury is in Scorpio, so you can understand and necessarily learn how to ascend and bring the light if you on like some sort of spiritual journey or understanding or a higher self or awareness or looking for that I'm ready to soar phoenix type energy. So let me get back into it though, because I got to throw it out real quick because it fell out the ground. So we do two more, and then I get y'all 13. But I'm trying to figure out what deck I'm gonna use for its colors. I'm gonna use it on this side. I don't know. Two shovels, but I'm still shovels. Alright, okay, I'm through. I think I got everything that I need to get out. Alright, what's that? 4 wands. 4 wands. Teamwork makes the dream work. Partner up and adding up. What you add? Knight of Swords. Ooh, please be mindful though. I said that though. That while going into because while we're talking about the great aspects of that though, of the Scorpionic type energy being in Mercury, make sure what you adding up. 2 plus 2 make us 4. Make sure you're not adding up from this space of paranoia, hypersensitivity, grudges, jealousy, discontentment, blocked, fixated, negative energy, lower vibrational, self-absorbed, worry, need, binge, plot, old, because that to keep you one-sided. Now I can see if I'm going into a state of being vengeful, then I understand. And if the shadow necessarily is utilized to want to execute some state of revenge, is necessarily putting mm, it's like if it wants some sort of revenge. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna start checking. Wait a minute. Focus. It's a shift. But I say if you're trying to seek some sort of revenge or a vengeful type awareness or some understanding, it's kind of like making sure when it comes to the shadowy aspect that I collected, I know I've done, I got under the surface, or not from an obsessive style type thing. So that's why I say, yeah, that can't be it though. Because we got the vulture. The vulture. It's a vulture. It is a vulture though. He just ain't got no skin of bone. And we got scorpionic energy. So let me do the cutting. No, that's supposed to be chuffing. That is scorpionic type energy though. So I say that's the shadowy, dark, occultic. Ooh, Eight of Cups and the Temple reverse. Probably not go to the Eight of Cups though. It could be returning back to an old state of emotionally though. Like Eight of Cups is all the glasses that's broken. It could be from losing temper. It could be from losing the patience or seeking peace or necessarily why I was telling people I was like their greatest power or strength lies into the places that they don't want to emotionally revisit to see why. Sometimes it's understanding that they couldn't do or they could do or just accepting the emotional concept of it. So that's why I was like, this is the greatest time to be doing some fucking shadow work. The star reverse. I told y'all that it assisting, the understanding, knowing what to shed light on or going through. I will say that I was telling Capricorns about how the shadow will have your ass thinking, oh, I'm going to the dark night. It's like, this is a shadow. The Hermit, turtle. You heard me talking about the turtle all the time, though. I told you when the turtle takes its home with him wherever it goes, though. For some of y'all, it's like going within and understanding, though, recuperating some sort of wisdom. You got Mother of Pentacles, though, reversed. Ugh, don't like those two. You got Seven of Pentacles and the Five of Wands. Don't like those either. It's like, I don't like that. I don't like that. All right, okay, let's go. Oh, righty. We got the Father of Pentacles. And we have, what is that? What's that? Father of Swords. Two men. Two placements. So there's a lot of masculine energy at play. Four of Swords reversed. We got Nine of Cups. We got Ten of Wands. No, that's the Nine of Wands. God damn, I can't count for shit. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And you got the Hierophant. I have to count them. Roman numerals ain't my strong point, but I know how to count. Overall mood, we got the Hierophant. That is the crow. That could be it could be the crow or raven, whichever one though, but it's like spirituality in the sense of understanding, knowing, of patience, intellect, time, information, consuming, um understanding and awareness though, where it talks about like the thunder lights or the thunder strikes or whatever the case may be when the hierophant gets it to, like when the hierophant, when the bird necessarily crows or makes that sound, it's the key, like the key to understanding. So it could be some knowledge or just some enlightenment, some spiritual enlightenment. On the bottom of my eye it's burning, that's why I'm looking like that. On the bottom of the deck we got Ten of Pentacles. I say this could be foundation, soul support ideally though, or collecting, or it could be with financial type matters or earthly placements. You got Six of Cups reversed. I told you that could be making peace with your past and understanding. You got Mother of Swords though. This is information obtaining to therapist, higher self, communicative awareness. And here we have Six of Swords. So I told you that those Six of Swords, traveling, understanding what you left behind and understanding. Sometimes it's not conversation wise. Whether if it's here and then we go back to the Ace of Swords, it's not Ace of Swords and come out, but I know it is because Seven of Swords is a fox type energy. It's a sneaky energy. Could be people or situations in the environment or what you around or understanding, or it could be perceptually blocked. Because how many swords it is? Is that that's six and he got one under him. That's what I said for some of y'all though. This could be informationals or situations holding on to grudge. Scorpionic energy did come out. So that's why I said it could be that though. That style. So that's why Seven of Swords is like truth though. Getting that last one or understanding. So it could be yours. Somebody else's. I don't know. But you do got Six of Swords. Don't know if the Ace of Swords gonna come out, but I'm not gonna use this deck. I would say it for the rest. I tell you, Mother of Swords, Six of Cups, because the Seven of Swords is more of a sneakiness energy, like the intent to leave something out, malicious. It could be hurtful, harm, rape, stealing, financial. If it's like finance, it's kind of like somebody stealing money from a company, or lack of being shorted, being in a job, not fulfilling a contract. If it's like home life, environmental factors, Seven of Swords, it could be gossipy, two-faced, backstab, and all the different types of shit, frenemies, or it could hit on rape, trauma, those type of things. From a spiritual concept, it could be somebody who necessarily who lies, who misallude people, but the Seven of Swords is reversed. If it's coming from a spiritual concept, it's somebody that's necessarily I like that though. Like it's that though. So it's like figuring out some sort of truth or understanding though, like that. It's like the awareness of understanding though. So however that works. Wait a minute, let me see, let me see. What is it that I'm looking for? I want to use a deck with color. I'm stuck. We're gonna use the hoodoo. Because I don't know, like I'm mentally scattered, so I don't know. We're gonna use hoodoo to finish off the race or whatever the case may be. We will, but we're gonna use that one though, because that's only the other one. See, this is about to get real. Okay, all right, let's go. All right, move it out my way. We got this comes to her. This comes to tell you, this is like not wanting to go to an emotional type state. Like not seeing while the cups landed, like the emotional chatter type situation. It's resisting, it's not honoring, it's not accountable to be able to move forward into something or something necessary that you want, because you have Hermit and the Mother of Pentacles. So your Mother of Pentacles could be more of a fixated on saying or doing in the Four of Wands. Four of Swords reverse. I told you I like this though, because it's like sacrificing innocence or purity or understanding or self or knowledge or awareness though. It can be the perception of life or understanding, though. But the Hermit versus the Mother of Pentacles, though, it could be obtaining the information about self. Because I tell you, if you're dealing with kids or situations, though, the Mother of Pentacles is an energy of a person who doesn't feel like a parent. It's not necessarily there. It's not supportive with self or others because it's trying to find itself. You got Temperance in reverse. I told you, what does this talk bring you? For some of y'all, though, it's like that rushing type energy, though, if it's got something to do with spiritual awareness or understanding or patience or um things, because of temperance, it could be waiting like, I need to stop, I need to stop, I need to stop. Like that, though. What is the stop going to bring me, though? Like that type of energy. Then you got Seven of Pentacles with the Father of One, reverse, controlling, domineering, or forceful style. Seven of Pentacles could be that, though, delaying that with the Nine of Cups, though. Nine of Cups is a wishing, but it's an impatient. For some of y'all, though, I put that in that Queen of Wands reading. Look it up there. Oh yeah, the link is in the bio for the website. It's new, it's fresh, it's up there. But the Temperance could be you like awaiting some sort of star or blessing or wanting something to come into the Seven of Pentacles. Could be the land of how you sow seeds and manifest certain things into your life. But the Father ones, I tell you, could be a very impatient or forceful style type thinking, and like, but I still need it or I want it. Nine of Cups. I don't know what that's about. We'll see. You got the Star reversed. I tell you, this is the why I say stars don't shine when the sun is out. It shines in the dark. So the sun is out necessarily in the light. So for some people, it's necessarily knowing how to assess personalities, certain things about them, though, operating in their shadow, coexisting like this. If it says night, this is a shadow, but I understand it, I extend it. If not, it's just, it's like, I don't know how to accept the light. It's like, I want to let it in, but I don't. It could be dealing with loss or waiting, but I tell you, it's patience, though. Because you got Father of Pentacles versus the Father of Swords reverse. So for some of y'all, this leading in masculine style type energy, and in a feminine type aspect, it's only just enough. It's figuring out, it's finding. It's laying roots. It needs to understand like what is it brewing into its life. Because you got this Nine of Wands, so it's trying to go up. It's trying to defend, but look at what they're walking up on. Like, there's some goddamn wood. So of course, like you hear me say, it's tricky with the Nine of Wands in this big though, because it's steps though, but it's like branches. It's the wands, it's the actions, it's the roots. But it's kind of like, if depending on the heaviness or certain things, it could break. So if it's not necessarily supported. So for some of y'all, it could be that though, like walking towards the moon or understanding or enlightenment. I don't like that. They kind of give me like the Mexican type moon. I would say that. Let's go, because I tell you, Father of Swords, though, that is more of a forceful, cruel, stoic, communicative type person. It is. It's crude. It's crude. It's crude. It's crude. Before we shuffle, we got Two of Baskets and a Ten of Pentacles. So there could be like lack of support, relationship type environmental type factors. So I will say that. Get these out of my way. Hold on. Let me get this out of my way, baby. Baby. Why am I like this? If I kiss you like this. Alright, okay, wait. But Oh yeah, I said two of cups. It could be like relationship, friendships, dynamic, partnership, masculine, feminine energy, the understanding, the balance, the two number energy. Because I told you number two does speaks of harmony and balance, but it also highlights the things that are imbalanced. So it needs to bring into. And it could be the shadow, the light, the understanding. Ten of Pentacles. I tell you, there could be work, drama, family, inheritance, money type issues, careers, or the people around from the aspects of. It could be uh, uncertainties. Three of coins though. I'm not taking it though. Three of coins reverse. I tell you, that could be a dynamic of being uncompromising about financial type aspects or in a situation of not learning. Looking at the big picture, it's kind of like after, it's kind of like truth. It's like, what are you seeing? What are you seeking for? The understanding though. So I would say that it's like learning. That's why I say this is a great time to do stuff. Do you want to know? Do you want to know? Do you want to know? But she did have a crystal ball. What do you want to know? Ooh, should be 16 minutes in my bed, but I've been talking. Ooh, Ace of Coins. Ace of Coins speaks of like bad investments, financial blocks, loss, Son of Sticks. It could be bad investments. It could be financial blocks. I know people talk about the manifestation of sowing certain seeds or bringing certain things into alignment or whatever the case may be, but sometimes it's the lack thereof. It's like the lack without or being able to see. It is the hand. It is the help. It is the assistance, though. It is the ground. Like it is the ability to be able to come up to do. Page of Wands on the bottom of the deck. We got 7 and 9. Page of Wands. I tell you that is more of a bad news deliverer. It is more of a pessimism type attitude though. It's kind of like speaks of the negatives all the goddamn time. We got 4 baskets with the Mother of Cups though. So this could be getting over your own emotions and healing and getting out of a way though, because 4 cups in this deck speaks of like finally getting over certain things. It's like, I don't want to, but it's like that nudge in the back though. Mother baskets is more of a healing style type energy though. It is the understanding of the emotional type aspects. Let's go. We got Ace of Baskets though. Ooh. Ace of Baskets reversed. Ace of Baskets could be 4 of Cups do speaks of like missed out opportunities though with the Ace of Cups though. So there could be friendship, support, understanding, relationships. Ace of Cups could be the unrequited or the lack of or not being able to pull in. We got 4 of Sticks versus the Son of Coins though. 4 of Wands versus the Son of Coins though. So it could be with money matters or situations necessarily in life. So the Knight of Coins in this deck speaks of, I know in any other deck it's like immaturity, but Son of Coins necessarily this deck doesn't see its worth. So it's kind of like that type of energy. Doesn't necessarily values its worth. Father of Knives and the Ace of Pentacles, though I tell you this is like King of Coins. So Son of Coins could be like the child that's in a state of like needing to please the parents, but necessarily not knowing what to do. It's like that style. It's like it hates having money because not paying bills or sufficing, but it's kind of like I got this, but I'm trying to explain it in a manner because I tell you, like, for me, when my mom was trying to like say, "Oh, you can sing, you can do this," and I tell you, I didn't like the uncomfortableness of when it came to those things because I get up there and do it, but it was like I didn't like it because the other kids, like their parents would gas them all this different types of stuff, and like how the kids would, their parents would lie to them and say they could do all these type of things. So it was an uncomfortableness seeing it with the kids. So it was more like if I would have known it was like solar plex type issues, the different types of things. So the Son of Coins could be somebody who is we'll get off that. Okay, you got 2 of Coins with the 7 of Coins. You got 7 of Cups here as well. So let's see. But I tell you Son of Coins could also be like a stubborn style. Hold on, let's get back into it. I was going too long on that though. 8 of Swords at the crossroads. Let's see. And we need one more. Ooh, wee. You take these two, 6 of Cups and the 6 of Cups and the Mother of Knives. Six of Cups, I think that speaks of like making peace with your past and understanding of the loss of certain things that did not work. It could be childhood trauma, certain things with the mother baskets. This could be like a cold hearted type person. So as we talk about inner child type issues and we talk about the parental, the healing type aspects, a lot of people parent their children with their parent them. And it's like understanding and dissecting that relationship that they have with their parents or with themselves, or the aspect of relationships or how they view or wanting things. Because I told people, and I said this in all the signs, I said, don't let Virgo season put you in a position to be something that you are not. So it's like needing to, you know how you see people know, like mommy dear is like, I need this, I need this, I need this, or whatever the case may be, because of what it was taught, or the lack of like trauma, like the trauma bonding, or I'm not going to do this and we're not going to do this. It's like not being open or available to certain things. So I would say that though, girl, this her giving me real holiday. Holiday. That's so good. I told you we got 4 cups. Y'all seen that. 4 cups. I saw you. This is like in a position of being. So you see her face. It's like, okay, like getting that nudge in the back, getting over the emotions, out of the soaking type phase, but also at the same position of missing out on certain things or like awareness. It's like trying again because you got 4 wands. I told you versus the Son of Coins. This is a support. This is family. Those different types of things. But for some of y'all though, it's like two of wands is like the decision type making though. Some of y'all, I'll tell you that 4 cups, pouty type nature. That could be the 2 of wands that's added to that in the 6 of wands direction though. So the attention and necessarily it brings to something or awareness though. So I will say that it's the attention and awareness that brings to it though. You got the mother of baskets though. This could be your own emotions, healings, doing certain things, being more compassionate. And here's the air sign, but I know this is Aquarian type energy still, but it's still an air sign though. Because you got Father of Swords with the Ace of Baskets. So this is like being at a crossroads with not knowing where necessarily to turn. It's like looking for the assistance because the Mother of Baskets is like reaching out. You know, it's like reaching out or understanding or awareness. But with the Father of Knives and the Ace of Baskets, this could be like the lack of like um it's like the lack of emotional support because I feel like the King of Swords could be a manipulatory person with words. So it puts them in a position of being at a crossroads though. So is it blatant honesty though about certain things? If it's healing, if it's aspects, if it's shadow type work, or going after the certain things that you want, is it honesty? As we get here, so you got the Ace of Baskets reverse. I'll tell you this is empathy, this is understanding. It could be a requited or lost or love. Then you got the 2 of Coins with the 7 of Coins type energy. So I told you 5 of Coins is more like the spiritual humiliation, is the crucifixion, is the outsourcing, it is the lack of, it could be broke, it could be poverty, or it could be the lack of the lackluster, the lack of fitting in with the 7 of Cups. 7 of Cups, I tell you that is to see things, the envisionary type space from a manifestation type things. And I told y'all the impatience that was coming into like with the stalk. I want, and it's like you can see it, but it doesn't grasp it. Because I tell you, a lot of people were like, where we like explain like the ethers type aspect, where a lot of people communicate in the ethers, but they forget to go into it, into the real world. So it's kind of like I could see it, I could do it, I could manifest it, I could believe it, but they forget like okay, in order to bring it down, you have to be it. It's kind of like that type of thing. Because their mother, which cause at play. You got the screen and the daughter now. Sprint necessarily speaks of like how do you gain support? What do you think of support necessarily? Like the pride land of it's like how do you deal with your pride? Like how do you gain support, the intellect or necessarily like how do you be supportive? Like what is it around you though necessarily though? With the daughter of knives, I'll tell you that's more of an apprenticeship, understanding, or just support of the father of knives. So I will say that though. Cause it's like too we ain't gonna go there. Father knives, so we not. Because I tell you, like this father of knives and this daughter of knives are like two different people, though. It's kind of like two different people who has two different perceptions of life, though. Because the father of knives is very cruel, stoic, and it could be the masculine type aspect, though. So the breed of a child, if we're dealing with a child, like the daughter of knives, could learn from this negativity and know how to fluctuate it. But when it's time to execute, they won't. As I tell you, Son of Coins hate having money. It's like the idea of burden when it comes to certain things, though. So it could be a fluctuating type energy, though. So when it comes to executing the masculine energy style of going into certain things or being at a crossroad, it blocks itself or burden itself with being able to move necessarily forward though. Because Eight of Swords and this deck speaks of like everything is aligned in the way it is. You just have to choose the path that you want to go down. That's why I said it's weird though. That's why I said it's shadow work. You got the Nine of Sticks and the Father of Swords. In the Father of Sticks. The Nine of Sticks speaks of defending your ground and necessarily though like a defensive type approach. But I tell you the Father of Sticks is very, very, very um wait a minute now. Because I'm trying to be nice. Because we got four of knives, six of coins reverse. Six of coins, the John, the Freeman, and we got Big Mama, Father, Sims, Ace of Sticks. Woo, this is where I'm about to get real because I'm holding myself back. A lot of y'all don't know how to be receptive to the truth. I will say that. And I think that limits y'all in the back in your life with the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups will tell you going back to that first spread where it was like very resistant, being not emotional accountable when it comes to past type of instances or being able to reflect, to be concerned with certain things. So that's why I said it's kind of like this emotional displacement though, where I tell you it goes down to the solar place where this uncomfortableness. It's uncomfortableness dealing with a sense of truth because the Nine of Wands and the Father of Wands also speaks of a person that is very hot-headed, temperamental, but it's also a person that's very incompetent. So the anger comes from a place of like the emotional displacement type energy. So the quick to be angered comes from it's like, oh, I don't want to deal with my own emotions. So that's why I said some of y'all don't know how to deal with it because it's limiting me back. I'm telling you from being able to pull this reading out. Four of Knives, the Six of Coins, and the John Freeman though. The Four of Knives, I tell you, like this is like in a space of relaxation. It doesn't care. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't worry. The Six of Pentacles talk about if it's like investments or certain things. It's kind of like, am I going to do it or not? If you do it, it comes back. I don't know if this got something to do with two people because you didn't get the Two of Cups. So it's kind of like in this energy, it's like, is it going to come back or not? Because Six of Pentacles does speaks of reaping it back. But you got the John Freeman here. It's kind of like coulda, shoulda, woulda. I should have did this. I don't know. And then you got the Big Mama, the Father Sims, and the Ace of Wands. So it's a fluctuating style type energy. For some now though, if it's like dealing with financial type abundance or going into situations, I think it's like shadow work type aspects. If it's like coexisting in the Four of Wands, like dealing with success or being successful, and the star type energy is coexisting with other powerhouses or other people instead of being in the need to attack or to pull down. Because the Big Mama talks about how well do you receive gifts, how do you give, what do you do, and also the Father of Sims where it talks about the quick flip switch. So that's what I said for some of y'all. That's it though. Type situation, healing, operating, coexist. I think for some of y'all, it's just talking myself out of it. I'm gonna go back and forth. It's too detail oriented though. That's why I'm like it's hard to push through this reading though. Because the Mother of Knives, I tell you, she's very cold hearted, callous. I need this. It's perfect, perfect, perfect. And it's blocking my reading. I think it really is though. It's blocking my reading though. Because we did get Virgo though. Y'all might got a lot of earth placements. I will say that though. Or you might get air placements as well though, because that's a fickle type energy though. So this could be like in the head space. I will say that though. The head, it's a very fickle energy though. It's blowing me in this reading though. I will say that though. It really is. You got Ten of Coins, Bishop T. Mason, and the Mother of Six though. For some of y'all though, with this Ace of Wands, it could be an olive branch for understanding the coulda, shoulda, wouldas, or moving forward into something or doing something though. Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles, the Hierophant energy again, and the Mother of Coins. I will say, ooh, holy shit. Holy moly donut shop. Woo, I think we might have to pause y'all, baby, because I'm about to go outside and then I'm gonna come back or whatever the case may be because this energy is blocking me though. For some of y'all past has a strong hold on whatever relationship moving forward or whatever the case may be. It's blocking me. Like my ears are thinking coming from the channeling type perceptive and we're trying to like push through. Mother of Knives, I tell you it's very cold, it's callous, I need to get done. So somebody doesn't know how to separate business and personal or just necessarily tap into empathy and understanding, giving, receiving. So it's blocking the fuck out of me. And I'm telling y'all, this is about to just be all y'all reading because it's 10 of coins and it's bishop. It's a forcefulness, like the understanding, the intuitiveness, like the concept of learning. So the 10 of Pentacles, I tell you, if it's like a family type dynamic, it's dysfunctional, it's the money, it's the keeping up with the Joneses, it's influenza, like that type of energy though. Where I was reading it last night. There was a reading influenza is like the Son of Coins, where it speaks of like it was talking about how young people, you see young people being depressed because they have money, so they don't know how to be abundant. Like that's what it was. It was like living in a state of abundance though, where it could come off in displacement though, where you see somebody I don't want to say his name, but it was a documentary about him where you seen him where he had got successful, he backtracked and started living his life in the wrong crowd, like that type of energy though. I don't know though. So that was I don't know. It's blocking the fuck out of me though. Weird though, but it was like very. It's kind of like if it's not a forceful nature or whatever the case may be, it will hang itself around people who are very low vibrational. Does this make sense? It hang itself around people that are very low vibrational. It's a bit narcissistic much. I would say that though, because a narcissism will have you hanging around people who will succumb to your ego, and a person who doesn't succumb to your ego, you would be in a state of cold, malicious, rude, or whatever the case may be, like that style of energy though. For some of y'all, though, I kind of feel like the energies or projectile type state when it comes to yourself or higher self or other people, that's what life necessarily did to you. Because Ten of Pentacles to me does speaks of environmental factors. It could be family, growing up in toxicity, to where it reaches into marital type spats, understanding, investment, risk takers, like that type of energy. So I'll tell you, so all over the place. It is. But for some of y'all though, the emotional honesty, because there's a lot of cups out here. It's not. So let's see. Let's see can we push through though. I might just upload y'all as is. I don't know. But if I can't push through, then I just won't do y'all for the month. Let me just say that though. Because this ain't gonna be no 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 fucking reading. I will say that though. Because on the skirt, so I said y'all might have to just pause y'all. Hey, so I'm gonna pause y'all right here. Because you got Knight of Cups, Five of Coins in the garden though. And the garden speaks of like the world. No, is that the world? That's the world type card. That's what I said. I'm gonna have to. I might have to redo y'all. I'm gonna have to redo y'all. 6 of 9s and the 8s. So I'm gonna have to redo y'all though. The reason why I said I'm gonna have to redo it, I'm gonna have to redo it though. I might just come back and pause. I'm gonna have to put a pause in this though, ideally though, because it's a shift in energy. I tell you, it's a very nasty type energy, and it's like I'm not necessarily honest. For some of y'all, it's like so emotionally resistant to the point. I think for some of y'all don't even see your own wrongdoings or ways or reflection with life. Like the 8 of Cups can be so strong. The 6 of Cups speaks of like past life experiences, horrible trauma, karmic type situations where you hear me speak of in that energy in the tarot, where that book talks about learning what is black and white, what is right to you, what is wrong to you, and the understanding of learning. So it's weird though. I'm telling you though, because it's like I want to know, but I don't want to know because it's like my stomach just got tight all of a sudden though. So it's like a very uncomfortableness though, because I don't know if it's like childhood trauma hit somebody so deep to where like the trauma buzz has you like maneuvering in life to where it's kind of like, okay, I'm this, but it don't pushes itself or whatever the case may be. So it just hones in on one area. So when it comes to emotional empathy or understanding or coexisting, it doesn't know how to hone in on all styles of life. It's blocked. You got one perception though. So like trying to push through this reading, it is hard as hell. I'm saying like it is hard. Like it is hard though. It is though. So I kind of feel like it's this, the childhood trauma with a parent or a person that affected you or a horrible relationship. Because people just fail to recognize though that they think when they go through family type spats that it's new. Oh, me and my mama, no, you have a flawed perception. So that shit manifests. And if you don't answer it, it will flow into every other thing in your life. And people don't understand that though. And then it could be like, oh, well, I have a great relationship with this child, but the opposite with the other, or I have a great this here. So it's like the micromanaging, the fickle, the Libra. I see the black and white. I don't know why I just can't ram it all together in this domineering, forceful style. Because the mother of sticks versus the Hierophant, it's like, oh no, you don't understand. It's like, eh, shut up. It's a forceful type style. I hope this get y'all where it got to get you though, because I'm like contemplating on not backing out though. Because I want to push through though. For some of y'all though, I think that's y'all though. It's like emotional uncomfortability, like emotional uncomfortability. I don't know how to push through, so that's why I said we're gonna wrap this up right here though. I think it is though, because I told you this is like deeper. So if you're going through something that's like, which Kyle gave me like the pre-download, she did though. So if it's this, I tell you, if it's this, because it's not, I'm telling you, like, if it's work, I won't even say if it's work. Like, this is family. It is, though. Like, this is family. This is relationship. This is self. This is a balance. This is masculine, feminine energy because all cards are upright itself for communication with the masculine and actions. So communication, it could be lethal, forceful, or I'm gonna get you to say this, not trustworthy, or whatever the case may be, not knowing how to build trust from action type base. So if it's not, it goes into the King of Wands where it reacts in a state of where it's volatile, where it's very moody, or whatever the case may be. Or it could be you and a person ideally don't mirroring each other, I don't know, or the aspects of life. But I kind of feel like this is a you. As I tell you, it's in the reading to where it won't let me push through. It won't. Because the mother of knives will tell you this is like, this ain't like a cold hearted energy where you just don't give a fuck. It's like, oh, I need you to do this. I need you to do this. My way, the highway, that type of dynamic because of its own pain. Because of its own pain. I would say that though. So I think that's where it comes from. If you got money, wait a minute. If you got money or you're trying to date or you're trying to build with somebody, this is where this comes from. This is where all this comes from. That's why I said that's it though. So it's like if it's like dealing with the so if it needs to get the attention, going after the attention comes from this though. It's like running from one situation to another. It's like a runner, like a hiking up. It's like, all right, I'm hiking up, I'm gone. And who did I say this? I said this in a cancer reading, like not on this channel before COVID. I said that though. It was like last year. I was like cancer, like they were running from something. Okay, like they were running from something emotional. I seen that. It was like running from something. So it could be family, familiar, like those type of aspects. So it runs from like commitment or relationships or understanding or awareness or emotional spats. It's kind of like you see that badass child that do fucked up shit, and it's kind of like, ain't nobody gonna never accept me. Like that style of energy. So it fucking reacts first before. So it can say, see, I knew they ain't like me. Yeah, like that bullshit. That's why I was like, I can't push through it. Because on the bottom of the deck, the 10 of knives, I'll tell you that's like hard chip, that's chronic pain, that is that's chronic pain, that's displacement, that's bad mouthing, that is like backstabby, betrayal energy, son of baskets, that's like that energy, honesty, daughter of coins, that talks about she's ruled by a mom, relationship, nine of coins. I tell you that's like selfish, a person who's just all greed. Seven of nines. That's why I say, ooh, child. Yeah, we finna keep. I'm gonna keep going. Nine of nines. That's stress, anxiety, worry, not being able to see 10 of wands. They go extra. Yeah, that's why I said for some of y'all though, that's what it is though. Because intuitively though, that's what it is though. Because some of y'all had help around y'all though. Gullah Jack, the John Horseman, and Miss Ida. That's enough rope to hang yourself. I told you Gullah Jack does thing where in the story he went out and he threatened those people to do what he wanted them to do, and then he ended up had a fight or flight. They ran away from him though. So for some of y'all, that fight or flight reaction that you get from people, and I think a lot of y'all predominantly get flight energy where people like, I don't want to deal with it. This style of energy though, It's because it's a forcefulness. For some of y'all, it's learning how to lead. Because John Horseman here is reversed. That's the emperor. Some of y'all don't know how to lead intuitively and understanding though. So for some of y'all, though, this is where it's at. Because the hangman speaks of like life gonna come at you so fast that okay, here you go. You finna get caught up in it. You're finna get caught up in this situation, and I want to see how you're gonna get out of it because we're gonna take your intuition away from you. We're gonna take counsel away from you, and you're gonna sit here. So for some of y'all, this is that energy y'all operate into though, because I feel like divine or something else has been like, hey, here you go, this energy. That's what y'all trying to tell me. Is this energy? Now what's up? For some of y'all do that though, because of John Horseman though, it could be counsel though. So that's where I'm gonna go link up. Was this in a Capricorn? It was though. That's why I said some of them rolling over though. That's why I waited so late because it was in a Capricorn type energy. Oh well, you're gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. So I'm gonna link up with people who look like me, who think like me, the perception, but they are completely the fucking opposite. Or I'm gonna go do with these people. I think it's a bit narcissistic. But for some of y'all, it's like a bit narcissistic. I like some of y'all. I wouldn't say you were narcissistic because to be narcissistic scares the shit out of you. But it's a bit narcissistic, though. I would say that though. But you got Ten of Wands though. This is like the card where I'm asking for help. It speaks in this deck, but it's uncompromising though. Like y'all will sit there. Like I tell you, it's a sportsman style type of energy where somebody would debate or argue. I'm not like that. My trauma didn't do that. No. All right, bye. And it walks out. And it's like. I'm saying like that though. But you got nine of nines versus the seven of nines going to the two of swords. Let me see what the two of swords is. Is it reversed or which not though? Because the two of swords. Let me hold it up so y'all won't think that I'm lying. Because y'all will tell you y'all debate. You got six of wands. I'll tell you they got them friends and people that you would necessarily hang around. Two of knives right there though. Two of knives is not saying the truth. I tell you, you be like I'm not. You will argue somebody up and down. They be like. And you would just storm out, walk off. I'm telling you, that's where it is, though. That's where it is. So that's that domination. I tell you, though, this is emotional manipulative, or whatever the case may be. It is. For some of y'all, though, this is like, oh, I found a friend in the midst of these. Yeah. I tell you, like, this is for some of y'all found a friend or a personality trait or an acceptance in this style. And it's causing so much. But I tell y'all, though, it's like one of y'all, like, hey, I need help. It's like asking for help. So you're going back to here. And it's funny. I was finna give up. I really was. I was finna give up. But here it is. It's like I'm asking for help. And then I'm telling you, one of y'all don't like to see the truth. Look at that. My eyes are fucking cut out this day. I tell you, it's so funny how eyes are fucking cut out this day. This is funny as hell. Her eyes are cut off. And the words of Monica Doe better listen with your eyes and watch with your ears. So this is like painful truths and understanding though. This is where the spirit realm necessarily maybe comes to download where I said something y'all like, oh, I don't give a fuck, I'm not listening to my intuitiveness. It's like, okay, well, get your ass up on that tree and hang yourself. And you like, what? Like that's how some of y'all learn though. And spirit is like in a form of where it speaks to the rope where it makes it shorter and shorter. So with spirit would say, hey, go do this and it'll make the lesson so hard. Ideally though, with spirit I would just go ahead and sit your ass right there and ain't nobody gonna come. You be like, okay. It's a smart ass. But I say that though, one of y'all is like, I'm asking for help, or I need help. Resist it in that point. And I tell you, like, this is the energy though, because the nine of nines, seven of nines, three of coins is not wanting to see truth, so it's stress, it's havoc, it's like the insomnia, the worry, this, all those different type of things, anxiety. And then here, so it could be the person that deals with you or how you deal with certain things. I think it's weird though. It's like Stockholm syndrome to pain or trauma bonded though. It's kind of like, oh, if it hurts, it feels good. It's like, and some of y'all don't think that way. I tell you some food. We'll get y'all some animal though. Because I'm telling you, some of y'all don't know how to push through the uncertainty, the uncomfortableness. I'm telling y'all, one of y'all got like this personality. I'm telling y'all will all go a motherfucker down. This is the help. This is like I'm saying 10 of Wands. Let me read to you though. 10 of Wands speaks of knowing when to ask for help. An overboard old woman climbs a hill. Da, 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 da. It's a positive loads. Knowing when to ask for help, learning to delegate responsibility, focusing more on self-care, taking a day off. I'm not. I gotta do it by myself. Three of Coins is very uncompromising. Nine of Nines is anxiety, despair, sleepless nights, worst fears coming true, guilt, bereavement, worry, depression, nightmares, being too hard on yourself, shameful secret, isolation, hexes, agonizing pain, regrets, hopelessness, negativity, illness, spite, breakdowns, thoughts of seclusion, repeatedly rehashing unpleasant situations, and crying decks. Ten of Swords is defeatist, martyrdom, the end of a cycle, hitting rock bottom, distress, relapse, betrayal, negative thinking, hard times, hospice, drastic change, bad mouth, and chronic pains, deep wounds, refusing to accept something is over, and sacrifice. That's why I said that's what some of y'all do. Oh, this is what I have to do. This is what I have to do. I think somebody makes something very unhard. You know what I'm saying? It's like this type of energy. So somebody will, because of their own pain or discomfort, though, like it's the lack of empathy. I tell you, it's like an empathy, the emotional type balance. It's kind of like, well, I had to go through this, so you should understand. Oh well, I don't give a fuck. And it's resistant because you do this, or you do this for others to go into an isolating type state because you don't grow through your own pain. Or y'all could be dealing with somebody like that, though. I don't know. So either way it goes, I have to put that out there though. It could be a person or that, but it's like I don't want to face it, so I would do this though. So somebody makes something very hard, complex, harder than what it is, or whatever the case may be, because it could be somebody you energetically attached to, whatever the case may be, I don't know, but it's like I'm gonna make it hard, and I tell you, it's kind of like it doesn't have to be. So the energy though, or whatever, and I was like, please, in this season, this is where it's shadow work past though, because with Mercury going into Scorpio, I would say that shit would be behind you. You would stick to it though, like you would stick to it at the same time to where that uncomfortableness going into Scorpio season with being us being in number twos, it's gonna highlight everything. So if you're more into a defeatist, I'm gonna repeat the negative, I'm stuck here, I don't want to let go, or it's not true, or arguing back, it's gonna expose you silently. Where you need to talk about those five of pentacles energy, where it's like a spiritual humiliation, to where it's kind of like I can't. It's like not being able to go to your guides or people and necessarily say it's this, and they say no, it's not this. It's this, and then you say, well, no, it's not this, and they say, well, we're not going to do all those hardships, and it's feeling alone. So you just kind of like remove the intuition. I'm gonna remove this and see how you move. And I think for some of y'all, that's like the state you in. That's why I said it's kind of like that state, but it's you. It's not spirit this time. It's you. So I don't think some of y'all recognize that though. I don't. Why am I doing it with my nose? I don't know. I want to just dig in it. I don't know. I don't know. It's itching though. It's a man. It's a man or a masculine style type energy that does this. Girl, this ain't no damn tarot. What the fuck am I working? Like that's a good ass fuck. I keep his hell. This ain't let me record though. But I tell you, it's like one of y'all do that though. Y'all really do. You got octopuses and the wolf. Like octopuses talk about octopus energy talks about being intertwined over chairs, interpersonal, like things that shouldn't necessarily be shared or whatever the case may be. It's like being intertwined, intertangled into certain things, but getting to know, no stone unturned, like the lack of boundaries, like boundaries in a space of resistment. Because I tell you, people have to learn how this Libra season is going to challenge. Like, what is your boundary? Because some people have created boundaries off of hardships. So if that's the Ten of Pentacles of the environment necessary that you're operating in, it's kind of like that though. Like I told y'all, like that's why y'all cards, if you can watch everybody else read, it was more like, oh, you this. But I told y'all, it was like Capricorn and ooh, it's a dude. It's a dude or somebody got masculine energy. I would say that. Um, who do that though? Is that one of y'all that do that though? Twist your face up when somebody tell you the truth. Mm-hmm. Get the fuck out of my goddamn room. Close my door. Um, It's that threw me off though. Let me go. I'm saying any one of y'all necessarily does this though. I don't like it though. I say I don't like it though. What's a lot of it? The dragon solar plex. And I said that made me feel real tight when I was like itching towards the truth. Don't go there. Don't go there. I'm like, no, don't go there. Don't go there. The bear, I tell you, the bear could be like lethargic. Um, snake, elk. But you, I'm telling you, if you want healing unnecessarily, you're gonna have to go there though. Because I tell you, like after I just decided to keep pushing through reading the world talks about spiritual enlightenment or awareness though, you're like if you want change or like necessarily making peace, if you don't want change or a person doesn't want change, you're gonna have to mostly go there with you. It's not the people around because that martyrdom I told y'all when we broke it down, the martyr will find every other way to put itself in a situation to hurt. It's kind of like a masochist. And then it will always try to find itself to be the good in the situation, even when it's not. So that's why I said for some of y'all though, you will have to go there though, because it's like after I push through, even though it's still like some uncertainty, like some still tightness around it though, like I've been working out and I have not. But it's not it's not like as asphyxiating to where it was aggravating the fuck out of me. You got rabbit and the crow. I told you that though. Rabbit speaks of the fear. Crow is the spiritual awareness. I tell you the crown, the intuitiveness and the understanding though. I said that though. So I was like that. And the black egg, this is the throat. Somebody gotta learn how to use your voice. Like learning of mastering like this here. The tiger is more of a feminine style type aspect. So I told you on both sides, the masculine and feminine was kind of like out of balance though. The feminine energy speaks of a more softer, subtle approach necessary. I don't know if this how you, since the spiritual cleansing on the bottom, I don't know if this how you need to be speak to or talk. The wolf the wolf reverse is somebody who's very judgmental, hypercritical, or whatever the case may be. It has the ego over certain things that it necessarily sees or flies or above though. I would say that though, so for some of y'all, it could be a softer approach with people, situational understanding, tapping into the maternal energy. I would say that though. Let me see. Oh yeah. So the snake. But that's one thing that I had to learn though, or whatever the case may be on my journey when I told y'all I was like, I gotta be loved every day of the week. When I said that though, I had to learn that even though the meanest people, the people who aren't so nice, deserve love on their worst days. Right? Okay. Ooh. I said that garden of unawakened magic and creative potential. When it is out of balance, it starts and stops many things. To bring into balance, Kundalini yoga and meditation. When in imbalance, it is prosperous and creative. But I did see that though, where you hear me say it was like some investment or wanting something ideally though, wanting to take the risk, but it didn't. It could be the emotional displacement or whatever person being did come in and it seemed that it was abundant though. Not necessarily though, it was like the emotions though, because somebody was more hyperly fixated on the negatives. For some of y'all that's in business though, or whatever the case may be. This is it tells it talks about unawakened, untapped potential within. What would life look like if you woke it up? How can you stir yourself from a slumber? So that's basically like everything that I just said on deck. So yeah, we're gonna pull y'all from the moon analogy though. I said that though. I was like, but some of y'all it's like y'all gonna have to learn how to push through the uncomfortableness and get a safe word. Shut and get a safe word and get a safe word when it comes to the black egg. But for some of y'all, I think you use fear out of state of saying I'm gonna react, and it like forces somebody to say okay, all right. And the crow energy where it says that it should necessarily be called on when it's trying to utilize its power to understand, to receive a state of downloads, to be able to go from the head to down to the voice. So for some of you, I think I speak from a state of fear, and that's where the authoritative energy comes in from. This is the unawakened, the untapped potential, the earthly, spiritual abundance energy. All right, let's go to the moon. As I say again, when you're ready, you're gonna have to be able to push through the energy. But if you don't, you're gonna be like some people that's some badass kids. I'm gonna go hang with the assholes because they're more cooler. Or because I tell you, I don't feel like some of y'all are narcissistic. I really don't. I feel like it's I don't feel like you're a narcissist. I feel like it's a bit narcissistic because narcissism scares you. Because if you were narcissistic, you wouldn't be in an environment to where you have to get betrayed, backstabbed, hurt. Does that make sense? Because narcissists create scenes and then somebody like the karma comes back to them, right? But to be a little bit narcissistic is like knowing when and when not to, in a healthy ego balance type place to where you won't feel like you constantly get stabbed in the back. I ain't get this out. Pull this or whatever the case may be. A new romantic cycle begins. I'll tell you when I see that card with love, over life, or relationship type aspects though. That's new moon in Libra. We are in Libra type season. I told you it's like don't let your pride get away. For me, that speaks of like passion projects, understanding work life, careers, if it's love, if it's understanding like what it is that you necessarily want. For some of y'all though, because if it's in a relationship, I could tell if you this energy, you are hard to deal with. Let me just say that though. And don't let your pride get in the way. I told you just that though. For some of y'all though, I told you it's an unbalanced ego solar plex because the emotional aspects. I told you it was like really tight. It's still loosening up. It's relinquishing its power though. So I think that's where like y'all have this like dominance of power though. A personal issue reaches its solution and have faith in your dreams. That came out for Capricorn. That also came out in damn near all the fixed signs. Ooh, we're gonna read this. A time for healing. On the bottom of the deck, we got it's time to take action. Where I told y'all for some of y'all, if it's like causing a lot of uncomfortability. Close my door. Close my door. Close my door. Close my door. What is that? Don't bring that in here. Girl, get your ass out of record. I'm about to be through. Um, shit. Wait a minute. Let me cover my hand. Let me see. It's time to take action. When I told y'all for some of y'all, it was like crippling situations that's causing problems. Nothing would come of the situation. I think for some of y'all, though, if it's like moving forward or how you go about certain things or not waiting, because I told you patience was the biggest thing, or the temperance. So it was like wanting, but still not going after it, but being so impatient because it doesn't move on your time. That card speaks of that. Hold your vision. It's kind of like the things that you want for some of y'all, though. It's like, okay, oh, well, fuck it. And that's where it comes in. Then we got it's time to release negativity. For some of y'all though, that's like that season. You hear me say going into that. That's why I said shadow work is a must. Last, you got new start. It's a new start is coming towards a new moon, whether you're trying to call in, manifest, or help. But if some of y'all have been going through certain challenges with relationships, people, careers, and all those different types of things, it's time. But that's only if you want it though. Or whatever case may be. Because okay, what's it? A Islamic moon? A Islamic moon. Let's go. Pulling this card suggests that the past is in the past and the bright future is beckoning. However, before you take your next step, make sure that you and the both situation feel healed. It's not the time to paper over cracks and pretend that everything's okay. Rather, you still need a little more time to heal, to soothe both yourself and everyone else in need. To remind yourself that anything is possible and believe it. This is also a time to surrender and wait to hear guidance from the universe. Powerful insights can be had. You know that something or someone is not really good for you, then this card is a reminder to surrender to start working on your belief and your dreams so you're ready when the time comes. When one is healed, we are all healed. It is time to let go of the past. You're about to turn a corner. You need more time to heal. Think about how the situations will look when everyone is healed. Patience is required at a time of the Islamic moon. It's time for self-care as you slowly but surely prepare yourself for the new moon. It's just around the corner. No matter which point in this current cycle you pull this card, it's a reminder to go a little bit easier on yourself. It's time to step into your creatrix power. Will come soon enough. Give yourself time. Give yourself the time you need. So on that note, I'm going to give y'all positive Patty. Hopefully I got what you need, Sagittarius. Or whatever the case may be, Sagittarius, terrorist, or whatever the case may be. It say I trust my inner wisdom, but I'm not giving y'all that one. Pause. Okay. Positive affirmation of the month from Lois Hayes. The point of power is always in the point of power is always in the present moment. I told y'all that for some of y'all keep revisiting past hurtful experiences, and you think your power necessarily lies there. But if you are healing or going forward or whatever the case may be, you recognize that it is more power in the forward energy than it is behind. Okay? The past is over and done, and it has no power over me. I begin to be free in this moment. Today's thought creates my future. I am in charge. I now take my own power back. I am safe and I am free. I'm in charge, D. So other than that, though, hope this give y'all what y'all need. Because that's what I want to do it over.